Alright, so what we're looking at here is another comparison video. Now, I had done this video with my 6mm because I have a handful of 6mm. Now we're going to do this with my 6.5mm. So on our left here we have 6.5 Grendel, then we have 6.5 by 47 Lapua, then we have 6.5 Creedmoor, and last but not least we have our 6.5 PRC. So essentially we're going to talk about why you might want to go with one of these cartridges, or maybe why I did. Now I actually started out with the first one here, 6.5 Grendel. This is actually why I started reloading, is I built an AR-15 in 6.5 Grendel. So essentially, if you want to run one of these 6.5s that I have pictured here, 6.5 Grendel is your only option because it has a short enough cartridge overall length of 2.260 that you can run in an AR. Now these are actually loaded, this is a 123 grain bullet that is loaded about 2.3 inches. My magazines actually allow me to load a little bit longer, but essentially you're limited to that mag length. Now this has a smaller case diameter than the other ones listed here, again to fit in that AR-15. Now what you're looking at here is most people are running somewhere probably about 120 class bullet, and you're really only pushing them maybe 2,500 feet per second, and that's out of like probably a 20-inch barrel. If you're running some of the temp stable powders, you're going to be more like 23 to 2,400, and if you want to run some of the ball powders like CFE or Lever Evolution, you might be able to push this up to about 2,500. But this is really a relatively slow cartridge. It does shoot fairly efficient bullets, but you know, it's definitely limited as far as distance because of that velocity, but it's a good option out of the AR-15. So this is the same case of 6mm arc. It's basically what 6mm arc was based off of. Then we move over to 6.5 by 47 Lapua. Now this is the one that I'm newest to, and I actually didn't have a whole lot of interest in that because I had 6.5 Creedmoor, but I came across a barrel, the 6.5mm, and I did some research and it looked like the 6.5 by 47 was going to shoot really good, and so that's why we went that route. Now as far as case head goes, this has got the same case head as 6.5 Creedmoor, or the same case head as 308, and according to some load data, you can push a 120 class bullet probably between 2,900 and 3,000 feet per second depending on powder. And the 140 class bullets, which is what a lot of people like to shoot, you're running about maybe 2,650 to 2,800. Now I've had really good luck running the 130 class bullets, and I've been running them in the 2,700s with H4350 or N555. Now this has been a very, very accurate cartridge for me, and it seems like based on things people say online, everybody has good luck with 6.5 by 47. Now, not a lot of factory offerings available as far as factory ammo goes, but if you're a hand loader, it's a really good option. I kind of forgot to mention that on 6.5 Grendel. Factory ammo is relatively common nowadays. You know, you can pick it up at most stores, but probably not as common as what we're going to talk about next, 6.5 Creedmoor. Most popular cartridge out of all of these, I would say, maybe the most popular cartridge at all. Very similar to 6.5 by 47, it just has a little bit more case capacity. Still going to shoot the 120 class bullets, maybe 2,900 to 3,000, but we're going to be able to shoot the 140 classes probably a little faster than 6.5 by 47. Maybe 2,750 to about 2,800 feet per second, and you'll see some people online push these a little bit harder than that. You also see some people push the 150 class bullets. I've not really tried any of that, but that's what leads us to move to 6.5 PRC. So 6.5 PRC here, Magnum case head, so obviously you're going to have a different bolt face than the 6.5 by 47 and the 6.5 Creedmoor. And you're also going to be able to burn more powder. You're going to switch kind of into those Magnum range powders. And you're going to shoot the 120 classes probably like 3,200 to 3,300 feet per second. So smoking fast, very little drop. Most people though use either the 140 or the 150 class bullets in 6.5 PRC. The 140 classes, you can push them easily to, you know, 3,100, 3,150 depending on the powder. And the 150 classes, according to Hornady's load data, which I don't think I've done any of this, but it says you can shoot them about 3,000 to 3,050. So you're talking about a true Magnum here in 6.5 PRC, you know, 3,000 feet per second with a heavy, you know, 150 class bullet. That thing can really push out there. I actually shot my 6.5 PRC with the 140 hybrid targets, and I think reloader N550. Can't remember which powder, but I shot the 140 grain hybrids out to a mile in my 6.5 PRC. So it's a very capable cartridge. Recoil is actually not bad. It's a good Magnum cartridge. Now, in my opinion, The only reason you would go with the bigger 6.5 PRC over the 6.5 47 or the 6.5 Creedmoor is if you're either going very extended range, or maybe if you're hunting bigger game and you want more energy on target. Other than that, if you're just going to go with one of these two in the middle here, 6.5 Creedmoor or 6.5 47 Lapua, will do you just fine out to 1,000 yards. And again, if you want factory ammo, you're probably going to have to go 6.5 Creedmoor. Again, 6.5 Grendel, pretty much your only AR option. But, you know, it'd also be fun. I'd like to build one of these in a bolt gun because I think it'd be a really fun, lightweight, kind of low recoil gun to use in hunting, you know, whitetail deer or something like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison. I've really enjoyed shooting all three of these. I tend to, you know, go more low recoil, lower powder burn, more barrel life, but 6.5 PRC, it's been a fun cartridge. Like I said, something you can reach out, stretch your legs a little bit further, or if you want to hunt a little bit bigger game, you've got that extra power. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Obviously, if you go with any of these cartridges, you probably won't have a lot of issues. They're fairly new cartridges. They all shoot really well. There's a decent amount of support for all of them. 6.5 to 47 is a little tougher as far as load data and things like that go, but seems like all of them are a good option depending on what you want to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you next time.